Mark, who do you like here?
Oh, look, the Blackjacks had a terrific start of the competition last year. The Lions have lost 11 tie-breaks. They haven't won a tie-break. Luck will surely turn for them. Brisbane Gold then take on Murray Steamers. That's a big one for the Gold. The Adelaide Endurance, they're the quiet team of the APL.
Runners up last year.
Yeah, and then we finish with the Perth Suns. Our cheerleader from Wanneroo, Clive Adams, will be back for that. And they take on the Melbourne Roy's, who haven't won a game yet. Mick Malloy would be devastated sitting at home watching this. His Roy's are yet to get off the mark.
Okay, the time for talking is over. Let's get the play introductions with Jack Everett.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get things underway for APL 02 on Village Foundation Arena. And introducing first the Tower New Zealand Blackjack.
Up Joe Edwards, the current world #1, won gold at the Commonwealth Games earlier this year. Ali Forsyth, the world champ of champs back in 04. And Shannon McElroy, who would have been back home in New Zealand watching this last year and enjoying the way his team played. You've got the Bledisloe Cup. You've got the Four Nations on the weekend, Shannon. You're not going to take the Premier League home as well, are you?
Oh, I'm the new boy on the block, so we'll try our best. We've got off to a good start, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, good start indeed. How do you keep that going?
It's just, I think the most important two ends of both sets are obviously your power play and their power play. If you win both of those, 90% of the time you're going to win the set. So if we can focus mainly on those two ends, getting those two ends in each set, we'll go a long way to winning.
Shannon, thank you. Good luck.
Cheers. Can I have a quick shout out to my wife, Amy? Love you, baby.
Good man. Okay, let's get City Lions.
And their opponents tonight in match #1, the BCIB Sydney Lions. Introducing first, he is the current coach of the Australian Jackaroos, Steve Glasson. The 6-time Australian indoor champion, Karen Murphy. And the 3-time International Bowler of the Year, Shearer. And the coach of the BCIB Sydney Lions is Gary Willis.
Yeah, good on you, Gary. Get a plug in for the sponsor. This is the best credentialed team in the competition, no doubt. Steve Glasson, former world #1, the current coach of the Australian team. Karen Murphy, our greatest ever female bowler, the current world champion of singles. And Aaron Shearer, who many of his peers rate as the best bowler in the world today. And Karen, it must hurt you and your team, such a well-credentialed side, who have only won 2 matches in 2 years.
Yeah, but geez, we've been close, Mark, haven't we? You know, we've lost so many tie breaks. You know, we can't buy one at the moment, but the tide's got to change. You know, like we're playing well, we've been playing well, and you know, watch out tonight. Yeah,
much like last year, already you haven't had a great deal of luck with the tie breaks, etc. How can you turn that around? What do you do, a rain dance or something?
Oh, look, you know, I even played the last tie break and we still lost that. But yeah, look, you know, we've just got to keep doing what we're doing. You know, we're playing well, and it's got to turn sooner or later.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you. Ta.
Okay, it's time for a break here on Fox Sports. After the break, it is the Sydney Lions up against the New Zealand Blackjacks. But a reminder, this is the 2013 action from the Australian Premier League of Bowls. Back soon on Fox Sports.
Of the world's best teams come together to let out a burst of flair, colour and pride.
Takes the shot and scores! Oh, great stuff! End-to-end hockey. She's done it! the icing on the cake.
The Women's Hockey Champions Trophy starts November 30, live, Sky Sport.
If shaving is a pain in the neck, cheek, or chin, we have one word: hallelujah. Upgrade to the Gillette Fusion Pro Glide. Precision engineered, even for sensitive skin. Gillette, the best a man can get.
Holy guacamole! Fantastico!
What you say? For a limited time at Wendy's, handmade guacamole and salsa range with your choice of spicy or home-style chicken, jalapeno beef, or muchos nachos.
Es magnifico!
Hi, I'm Aaron. I race a Formula 1 sidecar and I need an edge. That's why I use Eco XP from HFT for better engine performance. I use it in the van too, because it improves fuel economy and lowers emissions. And Bob here uses it too, in his boat and his wagon. Whatever you're driving, get Eco XP petrol treatment or FireX CI diesel treatment now. Improves performance, increases fuel economy and cuts emissions. From gas petrol service stations across New Zealand.
I believe in you.
Believe in us.
You and Mary will destroy this country.
What's wrong?
Another attack on a Protestant service.
No! Leave the boy alone! What do you want with him?
Rage and mistrust is building across France.
Angry men take justice into their own hands.
The guilty will pay as the law requires. I will not tolerate violence for any reason. You will drive your people to civil war.
Take a peek at Rain. Tonight, Prime.
In Premier League of Bowls on Fox Sports, I'm joined by both coaches from the Sydney Lions and the New Zealand Blackjacks. Boys, we're going to conduct the toss. It's over to you.
You're cool, mate. Thanks, mate. All heads.
The heads call it is, and New Zealand Blackjacks win the toss. What are you going to do?
We'll give the mat away to the Sydney Lions, let them have first go, and then pounce.
What's the thought process behind that?
Last bowl on the first end for our team, by giving the mat away. Just an opportunity to perhaps make a conversion shot that could pay dividends later on in the game.
Fair enough. Good luck.
Thank you.
Gary, over to you, mate. How do you respond there?
Yeah, we're up against class act in the Blackjacks tonight, so we're up for the challenge and ready to get stuck in.
Good luck.
Good on you, mate. Thanks, Tom. Cheers.
Okay, it's over to our commentators in Wayne Turley and Mark Braybrook.
Thanks very much, Tom Chadwick. Good afternoon, everyone, wherever you may be watching around Australia and New Zealand. This is APL 2. A new team, the Murray Steamers, unbeaten so far after 4 matches, and maybe Wayne Turley, the Murray Steamers are leading the APL because it's been a steamy day here in Brisbane and it is very warm. Does that have any impact on this half indoor, half outdoor? A nice breeze coming through, but what effect does it have on basically the artificial surface?
Yeah, Mark, the carpet, like with the temperature and the humidity, does affect it a little bit. The players found it this morning early, running a real nice pace, and sort of slowed up a little bit during the day just with the heat. But I think we're in for a great show tonight with the New Zealand Blackjacks and the Sydney Lions. 2 terrific sides here. As I mentioned in the introduction, I don't think there's a better credentialed side in the competition than the Sydney Lions. Steve Glasson, the current national coach, and arguably Australia's greatest ever male bowler. He would certainly be in discussions when you speak about that. Hopefully he'll play well tonight, Wayne, because he's wearing my glasses. His glasses broke earlier today, and luckily my prescription fits his. They come up a treat on you too, Glass.
Yeah, you're looking good there, Steve. This is a fantastic side. Like, Steve's a household name, a legend of the game, and Cameron Murphy, one of the greatest women's player in the world. And then you got Aaron Shearer. As you said before, Rader's one of the best players in the world.
Hey, mate, how are
Steve
you?
Glasson gets us underway. Karen Murphy is sitting on the bench with Joe Edwards, and there's a pretty handy bench in itself. The current world #1 in Joe Edwards and the current world singles champion in Karen Murphy, and they're sitting on the bench waiting to be introduced.
Yeah, definitely. Those two have gone head-to-head so many times over the years in World Championships and Commonwealth Games. And but as you said, Joe Edwards, gold medalist this year in Glasgow. But they'll get introduced to the game at some stage, and that will make their impact.
And of course, Wayne, there's a wild start there from Shannon McElroy into the ditch. This is the first time they've played on this green as well. They've been out the back, similar carpet, but this is enclosed. It's the TV rink. I'm sure it's a different pace. There's no roll up. They just go straight out, crash, bang, wallop. And we're seeing from Shannon, and now here a short bowl from from Steve Glasson that they're taking a bit of time getting used to this rink.
Yeah, well, it's a different direction what they've played during the day. So, and the players have commented that at the night time, this green runs a lot quicker. So, as you've seen from Shannon's first bowl, I don't know if it's New Zealand tactics coming coming on board, but I think his next one, it's a little bit quick.
And wide, there's not much turn from out there. Yes, this rink here is running east-west. They're at the western end of this rink here at Pine Rivers. All day they've been playing north-south. And now Steve Glasson's final bowl. 3 bowls each, 5 ends a set. There is a power play allowed in each set where shots are doubled. But at the moment, Sydney hold 3, but that won't last with an end ahead like this on this end.
I think there's a bit of room there for both for Ali Forsyth and Shannon here, his last bowl. As you see, both the leads playing this backhand side. And through again there, so not a good start there for Shannon McElroy, the first end on TV.
Of course, he didn't play last year. There's 3 shots to the green of Sydney Lions. Now, you'll notice Shannon's bowls there are grey, but coming up, Ali Forsyth will be black. All green for Sydney. There he is, Aaron Shearer from Ettalong Beach on the central coast of New South Wales. Hello to everyone at Ettalong. What a great part of the world it is as well. And they should be very proud of this man who represented Australia at the Commonwealth Games. And he's been on a bit of a fitness kick as well. He's lost a few kilos, as Omar, as he's known around the traps.
Definitely, he's lost over 20 kilos. And just had a new addition to the family as well. New baby boy. So the last couple of weeks. So it's been exciting times for Aaron and Amanda at home. She'll be at home watching, and for sure.
I'll tell you what, if I was Ettalong at the moment, with the way the heat and humidity is here at Brisbane, I'd be close to the water, as Ali Forsyth also comes down this northern side, his forehand, and not getting the turn I think that he expected. Now, here is Aaron Sheriff.
I think the players are going by this start. It just must be totally different to out the back, where they've played all the 4 games today. They started at 10 o'clock this morning and hasn't been much of a break.
It's a better one from Aaron Sheriff.
Good shot.
Sydney will hold 4, you would suggest. But there's still a long way to go in this end. There's 2 bowls left here for Ali Forsyth, and we've seen before today how this format can just turn so quickly. Sydney in a match against Adelaide had led a set and 5-3. This
Great
is a
shot here
terrific
for
bowl.
Ali. Great adjustment.
Sydney led a set and 5-3 against Adelaide with 1 bowl left in the set. Adelaide picked up 2. They were playing their power play, which won them the set. Then they won the tiebreak. That is how cruel this format can be. Here's the last bowl for Aaron.
It's just cutthroat. So cutthroat with their power plays. I think Shannon said in coming into the game, look, if you can win your power play and then win the one against you, you go a long way to win the first set. Close to here, the jack. Slight touch off his front bowl. Then shot.
It will be shot. 1 down.
Kill's good, yeah?
Here we go, a bit of aggression here. There is a respot rule.
Yep.
You can't kill the end, but you can respot the jack.
So he's looking for the jack here. He must not be able to see his own. He's looking at it.
Oh, clean's good.
Oh, it's a shot for New Zealand, for the New Zealand Blackjacks. So once again, Sydney, who led or had 3 shots at the first change, find themselves gone from 3 up to 1 down, and the Blackjacks pick up the first end. And just to reiterate these rules in the APL, such a big change. 3 bowls, 3 bowlers per team. Our 2 subs are sitting on the bench. They must at least play 3 ends, 9 bowls in total. Doesn't have to be 3 ends back to back. 2 sets of 5 ends. If they're tied, there will be a 1-end tiebreak, and that is a killer. That 1-end tiebreak. Shot clock applies, 30 seconds from the time the bowl comes to rest, and double points on the power play, 1 per set, none in the tiebreak. They're the rules of the Premier League, and a terrific start this time from Shannon McElroy.
Great start off for his first end. A good running shot there for the first end from Ali Forsyth. He's never far off target. Plays at the Sydney club Tarrant Point.
Steve Glasson responding in kind.
The crowd loves Steve Glasson, one of the legends of the game, not just Australia but worldwide, and taking over his role now as Australian coach, national coach.
Sprint hard, pal. Come on, buddy.
Has this got the legs? Will this roll out?
Fair effort.
It's not a bad bowl, though, from Shannon. Still shot to the lines. And they desperately need this, Sydney.
Better start even players. A little bit of nerves maybe in the first end. As you see now, both players are getting pretty close to the jack and grouping them. Steve Glasson, close to this.
And 2 to Sydney, but they led. They had 3 shots in the first end. Came up with nothing. And Shannon McElroy with his final bowl of this second end.
Just a fraction high, a touch quick, but going to a pretty handy home there, past the jack. So I dare say that there could be a bit of aggression from Forsyth, Ali Forsyth, at any time this end.
Now, Wayne, as coach of the Perth Suns, you will know how important it is to choose your power play correctly and make your substitutions, as Steve Glasson has reeled off 3 terrific bowls, and Karen and Joe Edwards sitting side by side having a chat. You don't see that too often. 2 of the best in the world.
I think the coach there, Gary Willis, got off a plane from Hong Kong this morning.
6 o'clock this morning he arrived in Brisbane.
And been over there with the Australian players over there playing in Hong Kong.
But the power play and the substitutions are critical, aren't they?
It really is, particularly the power plays. You've got to just got timing right, depends on the shot. Here comes Forsyth, an attacking shot, look for the jack.
Gets it. And knocks a bowl out of play of Steve Glasson's. It was a toucher too, I think, for the Blackjacks. Yes, it is. So they hold shot. Do they have 2? It's hard to see from here.
I think they would have 2 there. A bit of room, but good hit there. Malley taking away any chance of a multiple score for Sydney.
The area here, mate.
A free hit here for Aaron. Bit of room.
Drop off now.
Is this going to pull up in time?
Does it hold?
Yes.
It does. Terrific from Aaron Shearer. That is very hard to do. That is a shot.
Here comes Ali. Ali off a drive now. Back to a draw shot.
Study of concentration.
Too sharp, I think.
He doesn't like it too much. I think he thinks it's a bit touch quick.
Too, mate.
It's not bad. It's going to stop, is it? Oh, there wasn't much in that.
No, definitely not. Another free hit here for Aaron.
Good angle, mate.
He doesn't want to get too close to the jack. Just enough to beat the front bowl.
All the way, mate. Keep pushing.
Just needs to beat that one and be pretty close for another counter.
All right, not much. You don't need much.
Now, this to save the end for the Blackjacks. They lead 1-0 after 2.
Likes a bit, Ali.
I know. Felt similar.
Very wide.
Oh, he reckons it felt similar, so he might be a touch quick again, but
Need to get back, Ellie.
doesn't look as quick.
Turn as much as you can, mate. Come on.
It's turning. It's turning. It's a good effort. It's going to be close. I think it might be shot. It's hard to tell from here, but
Fancy ours as.
Aaron Shearer has 1 bowl left. That's Shannon McElroy.
Right.
Used your glasses then, Mark. Steve. Hope he's got good eyes. Judging the shot.
He doesn't. That's why he's wearing the glasses.
Close here, mate.
Just got to stop. Whoop.
Oh, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. Will it sit? It does.
Yeah.
To do that twice is extraordinary from Aaron Shearer. And is it 1 or 2? It is 2. Because he's got my glasses, Steve Glasson. I can't see that far. Wayne, you'll have to help me here.
Yeah,
I was
2.
wearing my sunglasses, but I can't see through them either. So 2 to Sydney. And it is Aaron Shearer. And you can see just on 2 of those 3 bowls, even the third one that just rolled in, why so many of his peers rate him the best player in the world.
He is. He's just, as I say, he's made the big effort to drop so much weight.
Hurry as.
for his own personal fitness, but also to, when you're representing your country, those big events, Commonwealth Games, World Bowls, you're going for 10 or 12 days straight, and you've got to have a bit of fitness about you. And he's looking fantastic, Aaron, and his bowls does the talking as well. Shannon many times representing New Zealand. World Championships, Commonwealth Games.
Yes, he was very impressive over in Adelaide. Seems such a long time ago now, doesn't it, Wayne? Those World Championships in Adelaide. Karen Murphy won the singles.
It was. Well, I think it was the most successful Australian team in any World Championships, coached by Steve Glasson on our home turf. They've done extremely well. And World Championships now turned to Christchurch in 2016.
Shannon won bronze in the singles at those World Championships in 2012, 2 years ago, about 2 years this month, it would have been, November 2012. I remember it very fondly.
The second time going back this way, they're just getting too close.
Not within QE, really. Steve Glasson doesn't play much competitive bowls now, does he? So to come back into this environment will take some acclimatisation.
Hurry, Steve.
Hurry. Yeah, he's pretty close here. They like this one. That's one of Glasson's probably special shots. Oh, he's not far away.
Making bloody hard work of it. Sorry, mate. Good shots up there. Sure. That's very clever. Very clever.
I think the Kiwis are getting ready for their power play the next end too.
See the coach over there. Yeah, get the signs ready. It's so important when you play the power play. Some so far have been calling early.
Right speed.
Some are leaving till at the fourth end. A lot of teams leave it to the fourth end just to see how the game's panning out.
There's Dave Edwards, Joe's husband, getting ready for the next end, and is Joe getting ready to come out as well? Is it already this end? I can't believe it is this end for the Blackjacks. As I mentioned to you, I can't see that far at the moment because Glass has got my glasses, but last year they had a little stand that you put the power play on.
Yeah, they did. I think they're trying to organise something now.
Come on, Az.
You can see it.
Come on, push.
Another one here from Aaron. He just wants to not build a target at all, but enough to count. He's close.
Good shot, mate.
Forsyth asking the question. One. Only one. I think he might have a little bit of a dip here.
He's got 30 seconds, plenty of time, so down to 20 on the clock. Forehand, so he's just trying to draw a shot here. He does have that up his sleeve. He's done it twice so far in the first two ends and has done it successfully. This is a little bit wide, and it just taps on the bowl there of the lines.
Got the spot. We have got the spot. Feed alley, you count, mate.
As much as we have fun here too, Wayne, with Wayne's can bar, and Mick Molloy will be here Thursday and Friday and so on. These are serious lawn bowlers who are the best in the world, trying to win a title, win some cash and maintain their reputation. So there's no mucking around out there.
Definitely not. $110,000 up in prize money. As I said, the best players in the world. Particularly a bit of a grudge match here too, as you see the New Zealanders versus Australians. We even know it's the Sydney Lions, but a couple of Australian representatives. They've got the Trans-Tasman coming up early next year.
Straight through. You wouldn't think you could do that, would you? He's beaten all of them.
We either draw one, mate, or you go the spot.
Well, as I mentioned with Shannon, they've got the Bledisloe Cup. They've got the Four Nations Cup on the weekend. They would love to take the APL trophy back home as well. Here's Aaron Sheriff.
Yeah, he's drawn to the spot here. Steve's asking him to get back to the spot.
Kaneza, well played here.
Just
come on,
covers
mate.
that shot if Ali does decide to have a drive.
Well played.
Which he has done. Covers the respot if the jack goes out of bounds.
He's going to drive. Or is he? No, he's not.
Just playing a little bit of swinger.
Just a little bit of weight, but I thought he'd go a bit firmer than that.
Definitely, a little bit of a swinger. He's looking at it. He just needs to get underneath that bowl.
He does. He gets the kiss and the jack, but he does save a shot. And it will be a shot to the Lions. And after 3 ends, they lead by 3 shots to 1. And a substitute coming up for New Zealand, a power play for Sydney. And so this could be the set here. The power play for New Zealand didn't work. So Shannon McElroy out, Joe Edwards in. And this is a power play for Sydney.
Big end here, Sydney Lions. And number 4, whatever shots they score here is doubled.
How many you get, mate? What then you get? Good starter. Hold on.
So Joe Edwards on here as a substitute. First bowl for the match. Each player must play 9 bowls.
It's tough, isn't it? It's tough to just come off your chair and
straight into the match
on a rink you haven't played on all day.
Exactly. They're all sticking to this forehand side coming back
that one, mate.
This way.
Got a lot of hurrying to do.
Doesn't like this one, Glass, too much.
Sorry.
Wow, that's a long way short for a player of Steve Glasson's talent.
She is Commonwealth Games champion this year in the singles, gold medalist. Joe Edwards, fantastic player. And as a substitute, comes on fresh and pretty close to drawing the shot.
Yeah, well done. Very good. Track, mate. Trying, Stevie.
Like this one a little bit up.
All over it. Down now. Down hard. Harder. Harder.
Just roll out a fraction, but they do have the 2 back bowls.
Sorry, mate, I like that one too. Sorry.
Yeah, I thought you were better.
Sorry.
Shearer up, mate.
Oh, I spooned the second one.
They do have the 2 back bowls.
They do. They do. There's nothing too much of a target there at the moment, but
they're more in play than the one that Steve's left about 3 metres short.
Exactly. As I said, it's a power play end here for Sydney. Definitely need to score here. If they do, they nearly wrap up the first set.
Kiwi bench looking on.
No? No. Maybe, I think.
Aaron Sheriff up first. Bit of room to draw here as well.
Having a look, Az. It's good effort here, mate. Easy now. Sit down, Az.
There's the shot. I think we get... Oh.
It's going to be tight. It's a measure at least, isn't it?
Definitely a measure. I think Steve's hoping it falls in, but at this stage it's not.
Doesn't look like it. Ali again from the forehand.
You know, pretty close, I think.
Joe Edwards likes it.
Come on.
Is it a bit narrow?
Oh.
Just going away.
Well, he's just 2, mate. Is that far short?
Yeah, 2 down.
So the pressure on here. It is a power play for Sydney.
Just changing sides here. Aaron on his backhand now.
Top off now. Close here, Az. Come on, Az.
Steve likes it. It's getting closer and closer.
Right to it.
The bench is up.
Good shot.
That is brilliant from Aaron Sheriff. 2 down to 1 up.
First time playing down that side too. Changes over and draws the absolute shot. Ali's having a run here. He's got the big swing.
He's got 1 bowl behind him as well, so he does have another one to have a crack. And he's done it again.
Got it clean.
He's done it again. 3 drives, 3 successes. And so he's got to do it again, Aaron.
So dangerous, Ali Forsyth. One of his strengths of his game is he's running a shot. You see the replay here. Wants the bowl clean. He gets it.
And the jack stays. If he takes the jack with him as we said, Sydney have back bowl. Here's Aaron on the backhand again.
On again, mate.
They like the track again.
Come on, Ezra. Close again here. Easy now.
Oh, he's just going a touch.
Easy now.
He's just got a hook in. He likes it. What a fantastic shot there.
It's cut it to at least one. And
one to Sydney.
Is it? I'm glad you can see.
He's looking at it here, Ellie. He's lining it up. He's not
well,
sure
why
if he can
not?
see
He's 3 from 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, mate.
But the Jacks moved.
I don't think he can see it. He's going back to the draw here.
This could be the set. Power play for Sydney. If they hold one, it goes to 5-1 with one end. He's going the forehand.
He's trying for the absolute draw shot. He couldn't see the bowl. He needs, I think he needs a bit more running. No.
Going to come up short.
Pretty good shot, mate. All right.
So it will be a shot to Sydney. So that means they pick up 2 in the power play. And it is 5-1 to Sydney Lions with one end remaining of this first set. And we saw some brilliance there from Aaron Shearer and some outstanding bowling from only Forsyth as well. But Aaron Shearer, 2 bowls in a row under pressure.
2 fantastic draw shots. To draw the absolute shot, then to Ali to rip it out, and then to get back on the mat and draw it again, and actually hit the bowl. So Ali couldn't see it to take it out again. So 2 great shots, and Sydney got the upper hand here. 4 in front, playing the last end of the first set. Good position.
Well, they've been here before and been beaten.
Well pointed. How's your speed? Oh. Hurry.
Well, they need a 4 here, New Zealand, to tie the set, which is a big advantage to tie the set. But that man Aaron Shearer on the mat. The score of 4 is going to be very difficult.
Absolutely.
Drop hard, mate.
Steve will be disappointed with his first bowl, but this is much better.
Woo. Woo now. Yeah, good shot.
That's not a bad home.
We'll be happy with that. Very happy with that.
Jo Edwards always looks like she's disappointed with her bowl in her delivery. She just drops the eyes and looks at the ground, but she does it every bowl.
She has her own routine, she does.
Hurry back.
It's very successful too.
Very handy, Joe. One more. Yeah, good. Number 1.
I bet you Karen Murphy is just itching to get out there.
I think you'll find that new set, there could be a substitution come up here this after this end.
Pace.
New set and get the new player in, Karen. She's got to play a minimum of 9 bowls, so she'll definitely be coming in the game soon.
Sorry, Ez.
2 of those 3 not his best from the Australian coach. There is Karen Murphy, who won the singles title at the World Championships in Adelaide 2 years ago. Almost unbeatable on the carpet at Tweed Heads.
Yeah, she's definitely the queen of the green up there, the Australian indoor at Tweed Heads. Steve Glasson himself, I think he's won 11 Australian indoor titles.
They stopped counting one stage.
Very good, Joe.
Well, this looks 2 shots here to New Zealand. They need to score a 4 to tie the set.
Halfway there. Is it 2 or is it 3? Might be 3. Wayne, I think I saw the marker hold it. I think
2 to measure. Yeah, the marker hold up 3. It's pretty close. Aaron get on his forehand here.
Keep chill, mate.
Just going a touch. It is going more than a touch.
Inside, first time out there.
They'll get up 2, but they won't want to have it 3 with Ali Forsyth having last crack either.
With the holding 2 here, this is an important shot here to draw for 3, maybe 4.
Yes, but it's good.
As you heard, there was Aaron Shearer's first go on that forehand going down, so it was a bit of a sider for him, but
Well, you've got G.
they've been playing this other side.
Yeah,
He's close here. They like this.
Very well played.
Now the pressure's on Aaron Shearer. It's 4 according to the marker, not 3 in a measure. The marker says 4.
4.
And that would tie this first set from almost an unlosable position.
Come on, let go now.
A bit of a chase on this one, Aaron.
Chew. Too hard.
Is it going to turn?
Keep going. Come on.
He's going to cut the others out. Needs to fall in.
Still 3?
Great try, mate. Great speed. Good try.
Well, the Blackjacks think 3.
Set in between mine and your 2.
The marker says 3 now. He still has 2 bowls left here, Ali.
It's changing hands here. He's just going to change over and beat Aaron's last bowl. He doesn't want to play the same sort of shot and build a target up, which might be a little bit easier for Aaron to take some counters out. So we'll just try and beat Aaron's last bowl. Not build a target.
Hope so.
They want it to swoop.
Come on, mate. Yeah.
2.
Yeah, you're in.
Tell you what.
So what does he do now, Aaron Shearer? Does he play a bit of weight? Does he try and disrupt the head? Does he knock a few of those out? Does he go the jack? Someone's just shot someone in the background.
Someone has shot someone. I'm glad it wasn't us.
Mike Casey's over there.
Well,
didn't say that too loud around here today.
As I heard Steve Glasser hold back here, so I reckon he's going to play a bit of weight down here.
He is.
He's looking for any of the shots. The jack, any bowl.
Connection now.
He's just doing something. He needs something.
Yes,
yeah, got 2 of them out. Got 2 of them out.
Shot, mate.
That is terrific.
Well done, Az. Brilliant.
From Aaron Sheriff again. Now this is where the shot clock comes into play.
They both beat the front one, don't they?
Yep.
Great shot, mate.
They need 4.
We do have a timeout too, they can call, the coaches.
We're down to 16 seconds on the shot clock.
So I don't think they'll use. Timeout can be used any time during the game. Each side gets 1 timeout per match.
There's a bit of room there for him to come up with 4, it looks like, too, Wayne. He's got to get it off, and he just does.
He just wants to get to the edge of Aaron's other one and get back to the other one.
3 seconds to spare he had.
Great shot, Azza.
And that's it.
That's too wide, and it will be 2 to the Blackjacks. But it is the first set to the Sydney Lions by 5 shots to 3. Much needed first set for Sydney. We'll take a break and come back with all the action of the Australian Premier League live from Club Pine Rivers.
The Master returns. Adam Scott wants to be the first to win 3 in a row. The rest aim to stop him. The Australian Golf Masters, Thursday, live, Sky Sport 2.
On Wednesday, 3rd of December, William Trowbridge will be attempting a new world record by freediving to 102 metres. Watch world history in the making. Brought to you by Steinlager Pure.
Holy guacamole! Esti fantastic fantastico!
What you say? For a limited time at Wendy's, handmade guacamole and salsa ranch with your choice of spicy or home-style chicken, jalapeno beef, or muchos nachos.
Es magnifico!
If shaving is a pain in the neck, cheek, or chin, we have one word. Hallelujah. Upgrade to the Gillette Fusion Pro Glide. Precision engineered, even for sensitive skin. Gillette, the best a man can get.
People believe death to be God's final punishment. There is no such thing.
If people knew, it would all fall apart.
Intruders starts December 2, Soho.
1, 2, 3!
Do movies get you on the edge of your seat?
So tell me, thief, how do you choose to die?
Sky Movies make every night an epic night in, with 16 premieres a month and 200 movies to choose from. Upgrade now and pay only $15 a month for the first 2 months. Subscribe at sky.co.nz or call 0800 759 759.
Welcome back to Pine Rivers, the north side of the river here in Brisbane on a steamy old day. The second set about to get underway. Karen Murphy is into the action. She's replacing Steve Glasson in this second set. So the 2 best female bowlers in the world going head-to-head as leads to start this second set. And Sydney, I know it's only early. This is a pretty good bowl first up from Karen Murphy.
Fantastic shot, straight off the bench. And a toucher. You'd be happy with that.
They would hate to go home tonight. Sydney 1-4 from their first 5 matches. It's a long way back.
It is.
And they're not playing badly. They're just getting picked a lot of the time.
Come on.
Jo's answered the challenge here with a pretty good start for herself. Just a fraction short, but it's right in line too there, isn't it?
It is. Makes Karen change her hand here down the backhand side now. So off the bench, a second bowl for the match.
Doesn't like it. Turns 40 next month. Is Karen?
She does. She's still a veteran of the game.
The grandmother of the team, they almost call her.
So close to playing a 500th game for Australia.
Hurry.
Lally wants it to go.
Oh, drop 2 feet. Yeah, Kaz, weight's not bad.
Such a cutthroat game. We played Sydney Lions in the last game, Perth Suns, and we were lucky enough to get away with a win in the tie-break.
And it was 1 bowl from Jeremy Henry.
It was.
That won the match for you. Terrific bowl. Trailed the jack into the ditch. And
start diving, Kaz.
Sydney was holding
right
shot there, weren't they?
They were. And
well played.
Both for Aaron and Jeremy was first in, best dressed, and Aaron was the first one to sink the jack to give us the match.
Yeah.
Another great shot there from Karen. 2 top shots from coming fresh off the bench.
So you take into consideration that match against Perth, which was brilliant bowling from Jeremy Henry. A terrific get out of jail win, really, by Adelaide. And it was Simon Dorr that came up with the pressure bowl, the last bowl of the second set, down 3-5 to win the set with a power play and then win the tie-break. Sydney could easily be 3-1 instead of 1-3.
Definitely. I think from last year and this year, I think they've lost something like 11 games in a tie-break.
11 tie-breaks they've lost. They have not won a tie-break.
It's a worry to the other teams because the tide's going to turn, I think. So
you'd think so.
Particularly the calibre of players.
The one constant has been Aaron Sheriff as skip for Sydney. Steve Glasson and Karen Murphy substitute, but Aaron pretty much stays there at the back to tidy up.
Yeah, I think if you find both these sides.
There's our next match. Robbie Wild just having a roll up behind the grandstand here. Murray Steamers are playing the Brisbane Gold next.
What a cracker match that's going to be. You got last year's winners versus the best player in the world, Alex Marshall, double gold medalist at the Commonwealth Games, and also Ryan Bester, the Master Blaster.
Yeah, better.
Come on, Ezra. Come on, Ezra.
He likes this. Karen likes this.
It's very good, mate.
So what have they got? 2?
Just the 2, but.
Yeah, just the 2, says Joe.
I think so. You beat that, win 1.
Yeah, all good.
Just trying to draw a shot here, Ali Forsyth.
Just a little narrow. Now, Karen Murphy has an earpiece in and is mic'd up. So just giving instructions there to Aaron. Can you hear us, Karen?
Yes, I can, Mark.
Holding shot again, but you've been in this position before. Aaron's bowling very well, isn't he?
He's going really well tonight. Yeah, he's really on song.
How's he looking here, Karen?
He's close here. Coming to a good home if you miss Az. That's very good, mate.
You came off the bench with a couple of good bowls, Karen. Did that settle the nerves a bit? Even everything you've been through, coming out first match on telly at the APL. Still would have had a few nerves, wouldn't you? Aaron, be quiet.
Well, the thing is, I mean, your heart's jumping out of your chest when you come on because you've got to sort of hit the ground running. So the heart's jumping around and it's hard to settle the nerves.
How's this looking for Ali here? They need something.
Not very good for us, I don't think.
He's got the hole.
He's got the hole.
He's got the hole. Two for you, is it?
Two.
It is 2 for the Sydney Lions. So they start the second set very handily, picking up 2 shots. And that will certainly ease the nerves a little bit because this is a must-win match for the Sydney Lions.
I think we might be going, not sure,
no.
New Zealand. He had the sign there somewhere.
Dave Edwards stood up, but is it a power play? I don't think it is a power play. He stood up, that's all he did, I think. Gary Willis, the coach of the Sydney Lions, asking, but I don't think it is a power play. So here is Karen Murphy. Her first time west to east, which the players did struggle with in the first set initially. And that was a little bit wide, maybe not turning as much, Wayne, and maybe this might be an advantage to the teams that are playing later because during the day everyone plays at the same time. Now they're seeing how the green is rolling, which side, forehand, backhand, which way's quicker, which way's tighter, and so on.
Yeah, definitely. All players will be having a look at this match and the other matches coming up to see which hand they favour, particularly the leads leading up.
Good yard, Belt. Light's great.
See, once again, going back this way, both players struggling.
How's this looking? Is it going to get there? It is, but it's not turning again, I don't think, Wayne, as much as Kaz thought. I'll let anyone into Pine Rivers. Mick Malloy on Thursday and Friday will be joining us, and there's the Sydney Lion.
There is the mascot.
Well. That could actually be Mick until that might be why he's not here Tuesday and Wednesday.
Could be.
Might be moonlighting as the Lion, but he's more likely to be moonlighting Wayne's Canberra or with his beloved Melbourne Roys. That's a lovely bowl there. It's Shannon McElroy back on for Joe Edwards, who's taken a seat, so that's most probably why Dave was up for the substitution.
Rotating their players around New Zealand. I think you might see Karen might play this whole set out, particularly if she's getting close.
Take a seat.
Ooh, just going through again.
Heavy there. That's that west-east, bowler starting from the west and going towards the water.
I think later on the night too, the other teams, as it gets a bit cooler, they find the carpet might even quicken up a little bit more. And with the sides, particularly us, the Perth Suns, we finished at 4 o'clock and we don't play till 8:45, so the boys have got a bit of time on their hands sitting around.
I'm sure Clive Adams will be entertaining them up until the match.
Definitely, he's out there signing autographs there somewhere.
And you can join the conversation. APL Bowls is the Twitter handle and the hashtag APL02. I just saw a shot of Jeremy Henry in the background. I may have, as I was reading that. Member of the Perth Suns. Became a cold hero last year, did the cheerleader from Wanneroo, although he's not at Wanneroo anymore. He's changed clubs, Clive was telling me. Now at Cambridge. So I'll have to call him the cheerleader from Cambridge.
Great character of the game, Clive. Love his passion.
Semi-finalist this year at the indoors, which you saw on Fox Sports, and this looks a little bit better from Ali. So there's a couple of shots to the Blackjacks.
Definitely a better shot there. But Aaron back on the forehand again.
Right up, Azza. Come on, Az. Right up, mate.
Karen likes it. Is it going to run out?
Good shot. Good shot. Just out.
Probably their closest. His options. Ali changing hands now.
Bit wide, but Just a little protection down the back. And
it's a late turn.
Didn't it come in? When you consider the other side, barely turns at all, does it?
Late turn. Very late, and it came a long way.
Aaron's going out that side as well. His forehand, which was the backhand for Ali Forsyth.
I don't think he likes it. There's a bit of a sigh there, a bit quick.
Here's a big chance for New Zealand. They could pick up 4 here.
And look out, there could be a little bit of a move on the bench for a power play from Sydney, particularly if this last bowl from Ali makes it 4.
It's trying to, and it's just run out of steam.
3, mate.
3. It is 3 shots, and there is the power play. So 3 shots to the Blackjacks, puts them in front, 3-2. And that's forced, I think pretty much forced Gary Willis to go for the power play. And number 3 of this second set. Sydney took the first. BCIB Sydney Lions. Bowls Club Insurance Brokers Sydney Lions taking on the Tower New Zealand Blackjacks. Good to see our corporate partners supporting teams this year at the APL, Australian Premier League.
Starter here, CLD.
As you see the games,
Good, mate. Well done.
the length of end. There's 3 markings on the line. They can determine, the jack gets placed, they can determine the length. And this length looks like a medium length.
Come on, Kaz.
Haven't seen too many real short ends yet, the minimum.
Starter here. Hold on. Hold now. Hold now. Well played, Kaz.
Great start, Karen Murphy. A touch up.
Be happy with that shot on a power play end for Sydney.
For those who don't watch much bowls, the toucher means that if the jack goes, or if that bowl gets knocked out of play, or into the ditch, I should say, it's still in play because it touched the jack.
Very good, Tim.
Tip yours down.
Yeah,
Get to
does go in the
these,
ditch. Stays in play. Look at the concentration there on Karen. Just
Hurry now.
fraction
Hurry,
wide,
Kaz.
but they want it to come back. It's coming back.
Well played.
Coming back.
Very good.
I still think it's one though.
In play
to
with a couple
Sydney.
of feet, mate. Sit the ball. Trail the jack back.
Just one, do you think?
I think so, yeah. I think the marker's got one paddle up there.
I can't see, so I'm
I haven't
sorry.
got my glasses on either.
I'll have them back soon.
Not a bad
No, not wasted.
shot there. Ali likes that. As he said, not wasted.
Yeah, don't be shy.
Well, particularly the way
Split's good. If you slip past, okay.
Yard sort of thing.
Correct.
the way Ali has been driving today, using his weighted bowls. Anything down the back's pretty good for New Zealand. Better than short.
Yeah, definitely. Very tacking player, Ali. One of the best tacking players in the world. Karen just wants that little bit of a yard proof. She either sits for her own bowl, trails the jack herself, or comes down and sits the New Zealand bowl. But
good.
It's back there, but it's a bit wide, and you never know. But she does hold shot anyway. Karen Murphy and Shannon McElroy.
Yeah, the lines. You know, there's probably a couple of lines down there to get back to the line. But down the other end.
Study of concentration of Marley, doesn't like it.
Sorry, pal.
doesn't like that one at all. Pretty quick, but does go to a handy home. Gives him options again. Power will be just coming down on this forehand to try and just turn Karen's bowl, touch the jack himself. Just having a little trouble.
Good home there, Azza. Got there, mate. Well done.
Getting it back.
Here's Forsyth again. Can he correct from his last bowl? It's a big end here for Sydney with the power play.
Oh, Shannon.
Won't be happy with that one, Alan.
No, that's... Karen, I think, can hear us at the moment. And Karen, this is a massive end in the context of this match. Now you've taken the power play.
It really is, yeah. It's a massive end for both teams.
How's this look?
Yeah, I think it's under the front bowl at the moment.
Seems like that, Karen, there's a couple of different lines down there, that forehand.
There is, yeah. Shannon was just saying that it's definitely harder going the other way than it is this way.
Jack back's good.
Definitely look like they're grouping him well coming this way. The other way, yeah.
Yeah, it definitely is.
And more, from your perspective, more turn on the forehand going down the other end. The backhand seems not to come in as much.
Well, I've probably just been throwing it too wide.
Big chance here. Power play in. How's he looking, Karen? You going to hold the shot here?
Yeah, looking a bit wide, I think, for Ali's bowl.
What do you want Aaron to do
Sorry,
here?
mate.
My last weight's okay.
Yes, very good, Aaron.
If you can pick up one here, Kaz, this is huge.
Pick up two here would be even huger.
What does he have to do to get two?
Just needs to flop off my sort of second shot there. He locks onto that and he's at every chance. Needs to bend.
He's going to get back.
Needs to bend. Flop it in. Oh, unlucky. One as. Very good.
Close. It was close. It is a shot which turns into two on the power play. And so Sydney are back in front, 4-3, with 2 ends remaining. And this is the end. There's the, was there the Lion shaking hands with the marker? I'm not sure that that's, within the rules, a mascot speaking to the marker. But this is the end they're not fussed about, and it's the power play from the Blackjacks here, Wayne.
Yeah, throwing a power play straight back at him. Straight back. As I said before, if you can win your power play and defend the power play against you, you go a big way to winning the match.
And the big ends are when we see both teams take the power play at the same time.
Yeah, definitely.
Karen's come up a bit short again. They are struggling. Here's the power play for the Blackjacks. They are struggling from this western end towards the east.
Karen did try to change the hand there too to try and see if she could get a little bit closer. Shannon persisting with the backhand.
Only a couple of feet, Phil.
For those that don't know Brisbane particularly well, Pine Rivers is it's an area. Bray Park is the suburb we're in here, and it's about half an hour west of Redcliffe, pretty much. Moreton Bay. Redcliffe's on Moreton Bay. We're almost straight inland, half an hour from beautiful Redcliffe. And it's in the northwestern part of Brisbane. About half an hour from the city.
It's a fantastic facility, this at Pine Rivers. 2 greens under cover. A brilliant viewing area. Nice and close, right up in the action.
So many more corporate facilities here this year as well. And there's a good bowl from Shannon McElroy and a good crowd for the first night session here at APL 2. Wayne's can bar will be rocking a little bit later. There's a few in there already. We've got the barbecue out the back with the pork rolls.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be happening here later on tonight, particularly when you've got the locals, defending champions, the Brisbane Gold coming up next match.
Kaz.
I think Aaron Sheriff likes it, does he?
Jack's good.
Jack.
Going to trail it.
Well played.
It's gone through. Nice effort.
Aaron's happy with that. Went to a good home.
Well, that's interesting. I shan't be doing that.
Nah. Then again, I've got about as much hair as him.
I think you do have him beaten just, though, Wayne. But I can't imagine. Anyway, move on. To each their own. Is it permanent? You reckon it's permanent? If he's here on Thursday when Mick's back, wow.
Oh, Mick will line him up for sure. He'd be loving that.
So there's, once again, this end, the bowls are pretty well spread here. They're not grouping them. They are having trouble, aren't they?
Definitely. Definitely. I think all the other teams will be noticing that as well. looking at what hand they're playing. But power play end here from New Zealand. They're holding shot.
Do a bit more, mate. Come on.
So that's
that
not
late turn and just not coming back there.
Superb.
Nice weight, as Karen says. At the moment, it looks like it'll come down to the last end of the second set to see if we need a tie break. There's no margin for error, is there? If you have a bad end, you're in real trouble.
Definitely get the best players in the world playing in this event. And they'll punish you if you just have that one-off end.
That helps Sydney, moving Aaron's first bowl closer to the jack.
It does. It gives him another option. He's got a little bit of trot after this one, Aaron. He's liking it. Want it to turn. Is it going to turn?
Let it go.
Still 1-0 to New Zealand.
Nah.
Ali coming down again this side, looking to add another counter.
Down now, come on.
So it's a power play end, so it's going to double the shots.
Down.
He wants it to come down.
Ali. Very good, mate.
So well played. And now the pressure back on the Aussie.
Nearly tempted to call it a nominated dead end here, Aaron.
I'd also be tempted maybe to take a timeout. He's got 15 seconds remaining, and you can nominate if you want to kill the end.
Yeah, they do they cross their arms, their forearms, and they're not doing that. He's having a bit of a dip here, looking for both bowls or the jack.
He's looking at it, and he's just knocked his own away, and now a real opportunity here for the Blackjacks.
Once again, the power play end, so crucial. Gives them the upper hand here to go into the last end of the second set.
It's all on pace, Ali. Around the corner, G.
Wanted to turn around, Sydney line bowl, turn around and fall in. They want it to fall. It does.
I think it might have gone in, has it? 2. Just the 2. And so that means it's 4. And it's a pretty handy lead for the Blackjacks. 7-4 with 1 end remaining of this second set. I have a feeling that we are going to be headed to a tiebreak. Part of the crowd here enjoying their, what's today, Tuesday night? It's a pretty healthy crowd for day one in the Australian Premier League. And all the corporate facilities in the front there, corporate facilities on the other side of the rink too, as you can see. Enjoying the atmosphere, enjoying the bowls, and enjoying a night out on a very steamy day here in Brisbane.
Karen Murphy from the Cabramatta Bowling Club in Sydney. And a big end needed here from Sydney Lions to stop the tie-break curse.
Well, they haven't won a tie-break in 2 years. Not one, and that is a long way short that. The mat's up and the jack's back.
A little bit different. Karen will be disappointed. Chasing a 3, and you've got to make every shot count to score a multiple.
Beat's great, mate. Come on, down you get. One more. Yeah, well done, Phil.
Big bowl here for Sydney.
So Sydney electing to play Steve Glass in the first set, and Karen came on for the second set to play the whole match out, where New Zealand Blackjacks have interchanged a couple of times.
There's a better bowl. Terrific correction there from Karen Murphy. Still shot, though, to the Blackjacks. And Sydney need to win 3 here to win the match. If they halve the set, they win the match, 1.5 to a half.
Hang around. Weight's good again. Hold. Same again.
Well, chance here. 1 to Sydney. Can Karen make it 2?
Come on, Kaz.
She likes it.
They wanted to hurry.
Hurry.
They wanted to hurry. The calls hurry.
Well played, Kazza.
A nice try. They've just come up a bit short, though.
Well, I think Aaron's got the 2 fingers up.
Spoon me first one, man. Go, Azza.
We get Karen to confirm it for us. If she put her earpiece in, she takes it out when she bowls. So, is it 2 to Sydney, do you think? Or
I think it is. I think I saw the marker, Chris Green. Hold the 2 paddles up to indicate 2 to Sydney.
See if I can get her attention to put that earpiece in so we can have a chat. It is close. But terrific correction, Wayne, after her first bowl came up a long way short for a player of her quality.
Definitely. She would have been disappointed with first, but
there's Ali doing the same thing.
Yeah, the change of length. The mat up. Jack right back on the tee. Can Aaron put the pressure back on Forsyth, the Blackjacks?
Second bowl coming, or first bowl I should say, from Aaron. Second bowl at the end. Karen's got the earpiece in, and Karen, it's on line, but it doesn't come out particularly well. Is that shot still to you, Karen?
It's very close. I think we could be holding just.
Well, you did have 2 before that?
Yeah, we did.
Bit disappointed that one there, Karen. Like, he was unlucky there, Aaron, wasn't he? Just to get that too much of the jack.
Just, yeah, well, he got it absolutely, you know, plumb. And even if he just snuck around, it would have been good.
Well, you've got to come up with 3, don't you?
Yeah, we do. Yep.
You don't want to go to that tie break. This is a nice effort from
down with that one,
Ali.
Az.
And now down 1. What are the options here, Karen?
I'm just waiting to speak to Aaron.
Well, the shot clock's not down to 16. Going weight, is he?
He's just trying to draw and get another one in there for us. It's a tough hand, this. It doesn't sort of come back too much, although Aaron's weight looks very good.
This day's up, it's going to be handy for you too, won't it?
Yeah, exactly. Good shot, Az.
See that there's 2 New Zealand bowls there round.
That was a rookie mistake.
Rookie mistake.
I played back end too, you know. I'm playing that alright. I'll just stick with that. Good on you.
Well, he's got 1 bowl left here, Aaron. This is a big moment for the Blackjacks, who lead in this set.
How's your pace? Kelly.
They're liking it.
Pretty good, mate. Well played, G.
Be there or thereabouts, won't it? It's a terrific bowl. Now, how does Aaron Sheriff get 3 shots out of this?
It doesn't look likely to me.
What do you think, Kaz? Can he get 3 out of this?
They're going to nominate the kill here. Aaron's asked the marker for the kill. So he can get it. If he does kill it, they get the replay at the end. Each team gets 1 nominated kill per set. He wants the edge of the jack and get the jack out of bounds.
And he doesn't. And it will be 1 to New Zealand. And that will be the set to the Blackjacks. It is 1, is it? And I think that, yep, there is the 1 to the Blackjacks. So they win the second set 8-4. And Sydney goes to the dreaded tiebreak. They've had 11 tie breaks over 2 years of the APL, and they haven't won 1 yet.
Well, this could be it. It is. This could be it. They've made a substitution as well to bring the legend Steve Glasson on to play the 1-end tie break. Nice and fresh. He's come on nice and fresh. Been sitting down there relaxing. Looks like New Zealand have won the toss and elected to give the mat away, so that allows New Zealand Blackjacks to have last bowl. Here we go. Steve Glasson, tie break. Sydney Lions, can they break the curse?
Bit of pressure. First out after on the bench for a set. The jack is right back.
Coming nice and fresh.
We saw Karen come off the bench and come up with a ripper. And Steve Glasson has done what Karen Murphy did when she came off the bench. There's the Brisbane Gold and the Murray Steamers. Brian Bester, the Canadian, there with the Murray Steamers gear on, watching intently.
And that would probably be the best bowl that's been played going that way for the whole match.
Absolutely.
Oh, hang around.
And what a time to play it. Tiebreaker.
Hurry and hold, mate. Come on, up you get. Not too far away, pal, for weight.
Well, 11 straight tiebreak losses to Sydney. They've only won 2 matches in the history of the APL with the best credentialed players in Australia. It's extraordinary to think that they've only won 2 matches out of, what, 14, and they've lost 11 tiebreaks. They could have won maybe 13 out of 14.
Definitely.
It's unbelievable.
Steve Glasson changes hands and plays another great shot, and actually even sort of hides the jack a little bit too.
In the track.
So just puts New Zealand back to trying to draw the shot.
Hurry.
Ali's getting a bit excited about this one.
Oh.
It's a nice try, isn't it?
So you can see Steve just going to try and drop round the jack now. The national coach. Just been at Broadbeach for the World Junior Championships. We had 2 Australians successful. Dylan Fisher and Chloe Stewart.
We'll see Dylan later tonight for the Melbourne Roys.
That's the hurry.
That's a pretty good effort, though. Of course, Broadbeach will be host of the Australian Open and the Commonwealth Games.
Keep off the seat.
Yeah, we're lucky the Gold Coast Australian Open coming to the Gold Coast.
Go as firm as you want.
The whole of the Gold Coast will be hosting, and then the finals at Broadbeach Bowling Club, and then 2018 the Commonwealth Games. Exciting times here on the Gold Coast.
Wait here from Shannon McElroy.
Looking for the bowls or jack. Oh, he's gone wide.
I think so. Turn mine. Yeah. You get it first up, Az.
Right, mate.
So we're looking here for Aaron to come down the back, and he wants to try and turn Steve's bowl closer to the jack or on the jack. Try and take away any sort of target.
They hold 3. 1 will do. Just a shot to end this extraordinary run of 11 straight tie-breaks defeats.
Come on,
Aaron Shearer has got his first bowl underway, coming down the back.
Turn that bowl.
Didn't miss by much. I think Steve Glasson can hear us. Can you hear us, Steve?
We've got Karen, I think.
Oh, Karen, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Oh, there we go. How are you? Are you nervous? Another tie-break?
I'm really, really nervous.
Well, here's some weight here from Ali, and he's knocked him out. The jack's gone flying. Where is the jack?
It's in the ditch, and they're going to the
ditch, and it's safe.
Oh.
It's just in.
Wow, it's about a foot in from the boundary peg.
And it's shot to New Zealand.
I could see the coach there, Gary Willis, biting his fingernails.
He just said, what about the coach? Don't worry about your players. No sleep.
Just got off a plane from Hong Kong this morning, been here all day, and it's the first time these players have had to draw out this wide to this peg. Karen, would be pretty difficult, wouldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Shot to Aaron, though, and he's got another bowl left, so too, it'll be last crack, though, for New Zealand. He's been bowling well, Ali Forsyth.
He's for the New Zealand Blackjacks, but from Tara Point Bowling Club in Sydney. It's the first time they've had to get out nice and wide.
Ali's bowls turn a little bit more than the rest of us. He's getting more turn out of his than everyone else.
Is that shot to New Zealand?
Yes, I think it is.
Here we go, Karen.
Yep. It's on its way.
We need one of Omar's big...
He's got a bit of a trot, Kaz.
He has.
He's got a bit of a trot about it.
Is it going to come back?
Stevie's willing it to slow down a little bit at the moment.
Stop.
Stop.
Will it stop?
Stop.
Kaz?
Will it?
Stop.
No, it doesn't. And that is a win to New Zealand, and Sydney has lost its 12th straight tie-break. Can you believe it? The New Zealand Blackjacks celebrate a come-from-behind win. They won the last 3 ends of the match to win it by 3-5, 8-4, 1-zip. And Sydney remain with just 1 win. And New Zealand, they will be very, very tough to beat. What more? They couldn't do any more. It's not as if they're playing poorly and being beaten in these tie breaks. They've just, I mean, half a roll maybe on that.
Definitely. They just haven't got that little birdie on their shoulder, a little bit of luck. And as you see, the tie break in that tie break, they had some good shots there. Steve Glasson had 3 sensational shots, but just that little bit of a target for Ali Forsyth. But once again, the second set, the power play.
We will take a break here from Pine Rivers, other side of the break. We'll come back with our next match, the Steamers and the Gold.